Welcome. It's an awesome day to be outside. We're going to try and make it an awesome day to be inside as well. So, to get this started off right, I was sitting at my desk thinking, what in the world should the chaplain say to give this meeting a positive and encouraging start? And I couldn't come up with anything. And then I heard somebody yell from the hall, romance. Well, I thought, it's October, nights are getting colder, maybe this is the time. So I decided to give you the most tender, romantic poem I could think of by the well-known poet, John Loney. It goes like this. I pressed the kiss to her lips. What could I do but linger? And as I ran my hand through her hair, a cootie bit my finger. We don't have much romance at my house. Oh, let's ask Lord's blessing if he can pull this one out. Okay. Lord, I thank you for the day you've given us, for the gift of laughter, for the chance we have of being part of this incredible community. And now as we do the things that help each of us stay connected, we ask you to continue to be the person who has the answers for us, even if we have to trust you for what they are. All this we pray in Jesus' name. Good afternoon. My name's Todd. Let me adjust this a little bit here. I'm with the City of Dallas Fire and EMS. I don't think I'll be able to top that introduction. However, I have seen cooties. I've seen lots of little critters in my 30-plus years on the ambulance. Anyways, I'm here to talk about FireMed. And what FireMed is a subscription membership to our ambulance here in the City of Dallas. And so what that means is for an annual fee, you are enrolled as a member in that organization. And if you're transported by our ambulance service, we bill your insurance company. And if you have any out-of-pocket expenses after that bill is processed, as a member, you will not have to pay whatever that out-of-pocket expense is. So if your insurance company covers 90% or 80%, and your out-of-pocket is 10 to 20% or more, potentially, that balance would be waived as a FireMed member. An annual subscription begins in November 1st of each year, and goes through October 31st of the next year. And we're in an open enrollment season right now, so September 1st through October 31st is our open enrollment period. So if you're a member, sometime early in September, you should have received an application packet to basically re-up your membership. Not insurance. It doesn't cover anything other than just that out-of-pocket expense you have. And that goes for however many times you take the ambulance in that coverage year. It could be 1, none, or it could be 10. Let's hope that's not you. But it would cover that many ambulance transports. And those are for medically necessary ambulance transports. That's from your house, or from Walmart, or a car accident, or if you're at the local hospital and you need to be transferred somewhere else. So to Salem, or maybe you're a Kaiser patient, you have to go up there. Anything like that, it's a transfer that would also cover that. It also is, as a member, you're also covered in the entire state of Oregon for any fire-based ambulance service. So, and that's the majority of the services in the state of Oregon. So if you're in the Portland area, if you're in Tualatin, Bend, Southern Oregon, the coast, if you need an ambulance, and that ambulance is part of the FireMed program, which it probably is, then you're treated just the same as you would be here. Same thing. The bill from down in Bend would be treated the same way as it is here. So not just your local area, but it also covers you throughout the entire state. And the cost that we receive for the membership just helps us on the ambulance side to try to stay as far close to the line, financially speaking. We rarely make it in the black. We usually run a little bit in the red, and so we come out of the general fund of the city. This helps us keep that expense kind of low. That's what our program does, and that's what it is for. So we certainly appreciate any of you folks. How many people are actually members right now? Good. So if you're not, talk to one of those folks that have their hands up and see if they like it. They probably do. I will be hanging around, and then I also gave Carolyn a stack of our fireman forms. If you didn't get any for your renewal, if you're interested in joining the program, then she has some packets back there for you. Okay? I'm sorry, yes, that's a good deal. You all live in the city, so it's 65 for the city, and it's 75 outside the city. That's for the annual membership. Good question. If it's not a benefit, again, it's the out-of-pocket expense. So if you have good insurance that covers, so if you have a secondary, maybe you have in 3 insurances, if normally speaking, you would not have out-of-pocket expenses for ambulance transport because Medicare takes care of the bulk of it, and you have a secondary or a third coverage that would take care of that 10 or 20%. So you don't normally pay for anything out-of-pocket on an ambulance. This wouldn't be a benefit to you because you're already not paying out-of-pocket. It doesn't mean you can't be a member, though, because it would still help the ambulance service. You'd feel really good about it. Yes, sir. That's a good question, too. That's per household. That's per household. And so when you fill out the form, your name will be under your address. And we're a small community, and so I know how things work around here. And so if your address is up on Filtner, you live in those houses, but your significant other, your spouse, is over at the nursing home or the assisted living, they'll have a different address. But we keep you all in the same membership. So just because you live in a different area, even if somebody's up here right now in assisted living and you live downtown, we keep everybody together on that, so you don't pay too. Okay. Well, so one trip into Salem from around this area is going to be about $1,800. That's with the ambulance service and the mileage, because we bill for mileage. And so if you do the math, 10% is going to be $180, 20%, $360. So covers a lot for just the $65. That's just one trip. If you have 3 trips in a year, you're way ahead of the game. Okay, I gotta go.
You get frequent flyer miles.
Yes, well, super user.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have a few announcements for some activities that are coming up this month, and I also have some things for November that you can kind of keep an eye out for. And then I'll also be talking and announcing for Stephanie, who couldn't be here today. So some announcements for this month is Friday night is a musical performance by the Sidekicks, and they'll be here in the Cascade Commons at 6:30. And they've been here before, and it seems like everybody enjoyed them, so we asked them to come back. And then this month's trivia has been canceled. We do trivia once a month, but we have a special performance for you. It's Jeremy on the piano. So I think he's been here several times before, Tammy has said, and that please come and join us for that because I heard he's amazing. And everybody here, when we've had some piano recitals before, just loves it. So come and join me Friday night, and that will be at 6:30 here in the Cascade Commons. And then in November, a couple of things that we have coming up is November 1st, it's a Thursday, we're going to have a Peace of Mind fair, and you'll be getting this in your mailbox next week. So look forward to looking at this and finding out more about what we're going to be doing. And then also November 15th, I have a sign-up sheet out at the Village Apartments, and you can also call me, and I can put your name down, I can sign you up. We're going to be going to Portland. We're going to have kind of a day trip. We're going to go to lunch at Cracker Barrel, and then we're going to head on over to the Alpen Rose Dairy Opera House and see a performance by the Northwest Senior Center. And the title of the performance is "'Twas the Days Before Christmas." So that's going to be a lot of fun. We already have some signups. There is a cost for it, and all the information's on the sign-up sheet, and I also have that posted on Odyssey. And we're looking for volunteers. So we have our monthly newsletter by our residents. It's called The Perspective, and they're looking for writers. So if anyone's interested, please join them. They have meetings every Tuesday at 10 a.m. in the private dining room at the Village Apartments. And if you have questions about The Perspective, you can also contact me, and I can talk with you about it. We're also looking for another who likes bowling. And we have a Wii bowling team, and they're amazing. They're called the Village Alley Cats, and we're looking for another team member to join them. So we meet Mondays, and we practice. And then also on Saturday, the team meets at the Village Apartment Game Room, and they practice on Saturdays at 10 a.m. So if you're interested, please join them on a Saturday or even come on a Monday. On Mondays, we meet at 3 in the Village Apartment in the game room. And it's a lot of fun, and they're a great team. And then once a month, we have a tournament with the Monmouth Senior Center. And that's really amazing. And if you guys have seen it, we have the trophy this month. We've kept it. So we have the trophy, and so what we do is every month we play against them, and whatever team wins gets to take the trophy home with them or keep it with us. So we're looking for another team member. So if you're interested, please come and check it out. And for Stephanie, I'm going to make an announcement about, I think she had sent out, and we made an announcement on Odyssey about Lyle School, elementary school, coming here and interviewing you, interviewing the residents during like a lunch hour. And so that's been scheduled for November 6th at 12:30. So if you've talked with Stephanie or signed up for that, look forward to the date. We'll make an announcement on Odyssey so that you guys can see that as well. And we'll put it on the calendar. And the next announcement from Stephanie is Family Building Blocks. They're a local nonprofit organization that serves families in need. And I have a sign-up sheet in the back by Peggy on the counter back there. And we're going to do, we're putting together a service day with them. And it's local. It's here in Dallas. I believe it's at the Academy building. And we're going to take a small group of residents that are interested in learning more about this group and what we can offer as a community to help them. But we have a short little video. But afterwards, if you're interested, please sign up in the back, or you can come and talk with me. Okay? Thank you.
I start pretty early. I try to wake up before Levi, which is sometimes impossible. But I try to wake up before him, make breakfast, get him ready, drop him off at the sitter, work my 8, 9, 10-hour days, pick him up again, whether going grocery shopping, just going to the park, going to the river. I just love seeing him play with the rocks. He has so much fun just throwing the rocks into the water. Levi and I have been a part of Healthy Families for Family Building Blocks ever since he was born. They actually came to visit us at the hospital. What inspired me to say yes to Healthy Families was the fact that I was a young parent, I was in a fresh relationship, and I had no family here whatsoever. So just hearing a little bit more about the program made me feel at ease knowing that even though I didn't know what I was doing, I was going to find out and I was going to learn. Be there for every step of the way. After Levi was born, I thought things were just really going to go uphill. Everything was going to be great after that. But it took a huge turn. It was so unexpected. Things got really tough between Levi's father and I, to a point that he did kick us out, which caused me to be at a hotel for about a month. when I was able to max out my credit card. Caused me to then live on somebody's couch with Levi for a few more months. Working at the bank, I really had to put this pretty face that everything's okay and I'm happy and everything's lovely. But then the moment I walked out of those doors, like, I'm not going home. I'm not having any family here. You don't know where to go. You don't have any food. You're just literally in a position that you're stuck. And emotionally, you're just going, your mind's going at 1,000 miles per hour. It's at a point that you just freeze and you don't want to feel that way. You turn to your side and you see your son. I want to be strong. I want to be happy. I want to be that strong figure for my son. And Jennifer had to be amazing through the whole process. And it gets me so emotional because even though I was at the hotel, she made the effort to go visit me at the hotel. She made the effort to bring me food donations. She would meet with me at the library, meet with me just anywhere, to make me feel comfortable, to make me understand that everything was going to be okay.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. What do you know so far about how you can help them learn how to be right? So there's many little activities that you, yeah, this aid.
If it wasn't for family building blocks and Jennifer, I don't think I'd be the mother that I am today. And it's tough to admit that. But she's been a huge reason that Levi and I have really been able to keep our head out of water. All the support, it really shows she cares and that they care to make sure that we're being provided for in many ways, more than just money can provide. Levi is my pride and joy, just like any other mother would feel about their kid. He has my attitude, and I could tell that he's going to be a fighter like me, and I don't know if I like that, or if that's going to be more of a challenge for me when he gets older. I want him to understand that, yes, I had tough times, but I managed to go through it and just keep my head up high. And there's always the light at the end of the tunnel.
Good afternoon, everybody. Wow, that's an emotional video, right? Dry tears. Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Independent Living Resident Party, something that we do every year for those of you who weren't here previously or have just moved in. I want to clarify one thing. We put on the invitation, evening attire requested, but not required. So please come as you are. It's not required that you dress up. We just wanted to give you that opportunity and invitation to do so. We're going to have a professional photographer here, and if you'd like to get some nice photos, we want to do that for you this year. Let me think. If I can turn your decline into a reservation, I'd like you to come and see me up here afterwards. I have all your names on a list. I also have all of your reservations on a list. So if you want to make sure if you're on the list, if I got you down for the right time or the right type of meal, I will have that, and you can come and talk to me afterwards. The plan is going to be pretty awesome. We're going to have a little bit of live music. It won't be a band, but we'll have some live music for you. We'll have some beverages at the Central Blend. Then we'll have 2 seating times. It's 4:30 and 6 p.m. And then after dinner, we're going to have each group of people. So at 6 and 7, we are going to be putting on a show. And let me just tell you, there are some famous people coming to the show that evening. So you're not going to want to miss it. If you're opting to not come to dinner, you could still come to the show because we'll be here. We'll be providing that. Captain Stubing from the Love Boat will be joining us that evening, so you aren't going to want to miss that. And let me think. There will be an opportunity for you at the end to kind of join in with the group up here. So I hope you'll come. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come and talk to me if you would like to change your reservation for next week on the 19th. Thanks. Hello all, I'm Hillary Boyce. I'm actually the activity director over at the health center, but I'm also on a committee that is planning the harvest party this year. And the harvest party is actually for the community it's on Halloween, so it's on the 31st. And we set up this room as kind of a little harvest party so that the kids can come through, play games. We're gonna have trick-or-treating in the village apartments, as well as up at the health center and assisted living. So we make it a really fun event for the community to come and join us, and we get the opportunity to see all the kids in their little costumes come and trick-or-treat. So what we're looking for is volunteers to come and help us do the events at the party. We're going to be doing pumpkin decorating. We're doing little face stickers on the pumpkins. We're going to do pin the spider on the web game. That was hard to say. We're going to also do a cornhole activity and skeleton ring toss. So if you would like to help us put this party on for the community, there will be a sign-up sheet. I don't know if it's here today. It will be here. Stephanie was going to bring it over. She's looking for the volunteers. And it's going to be from 6 to 7:30 on Halloween, so on the 31st. And we look forward to having everybody. And if you don't want to necessarily help with the party and you want to help give out candy, we have areas for you to come and just hand out candy to you. We had quite a few. It was probably over 100 kids easily last year. So it's a big event, and I imagine it'll be even bigger this year. It's a nice, safe place for families to bring their kids, and we'd like to host it. So if you want to help out, we would love to have you. 6 to 7:30. All right. I'm not sure about that 100 kids. It seems like 500. Hi, everybody. Just a quick note about menus. For several times a year, we do menu updates. And what we do is we take off the menu items that just start moving that well, and we add items that we think and hope that you will enjoy. If you don't, then it'll come off probably sometime in the future. But we just updated the menus, or rather, we've done the work for it. We'll be implementing it next week for here in the Timber Grill. We've added a couple things to the breakfast menu and to the lunch and dinner menu as well. If you would like to pick up a copy to take home, they're available up at the front desk after this meeting, or anytime in the next couple of weeks. We'll be happy to run copies for you. And that's it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This weather is magnificent, isn't it? My favorite time of year. I love it. So I don't really have much to say. We've got a garden home coming open. They haven't completely moved out yet. I'm sure someone will love to move into that. We have reservations on any of our other homes that are vacant. So things are just continuing on like usual around here. Thank you for that. We do have one new resident that I would love to introduce to you guys if you don't already know her. Carol, would you stand up for us and give us a little wave? This is Carol Hannon, ladies and gentlemen. I think a lot of you probably already know her. If you don't, you'll be blessed to get to know her. She's moved into garden home number 14. And thank you, Carol. We're happy to have you. I'm glad you made it because I'm sure you're amongst many boxes right now. So for the what is it, trying to be creative here because you guys are just too smart for us. So Peggy took this picture for you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to say it's not in the clubhouse. That's all I'm going to say. I know he's already over there studying because Kirk, he's the one you got to watch out for. Just follow him and he'll lead you right to it.
I know what it is.
He probably does. So if you think you have a guess, feel free to raise your hand right now. If you want to study this a little bit and take a look around, you can always swing by my office, Patty's office, or Tracy at the front desk because we do know what it is. And we'd be happy to tell you if you got it right or not. So far, you guys are doing great. I think last week we didn't even get it posted. Didn't have to give out any hints or anything. So have fun with this. And I think we want to add one thing. Tammy wanted to come up and share something real quick. So enjoy this weather, everyone. It's good to see you.
Hi. I just wanted to invite you to stay for the social time. We will be showing the the Aegis Art virtual exhibit that we went to the Aegis Art show this summer. And we have our, Joyce, would you stand? Joyce Rosenberg, we have, or wave at least. Joyce is our featured artist on this exhibit. So you will see her in honorable mention. So that will be showing during the social time. So thank you all for coming.